Hello, welcome to Sandy Ainley, or today I'm playing Annie. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby, he may be pouring her coffee, she may be straightening his tie. Bet you he reads, bet you she sews, maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict, as straight as a line. Don't really care, as long as they're mine. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, maybe. I'm going to read you the story of little orphan Annie. Before I do so, I'm going to show you this, which I bought online, Little Orphan Annie, Never Say Die. And it's a story on subject, I think, of Annie right at the very beginning when Annie was a comic strip. And forgive me if I'm incorrect, please, this is one of the comic strips. I bought it very cheaply because I was very cautious as to which book to choose. I think that's the manner in which it worked. So I shall fire away with the story. I'm not sure if I'm going to record this in 2 lots, or possibly more, or whether I'm going to fit it all into one video. However, I shall get started and see how it goes. Penguin Young Readers. Do you remember the Penguin books? I do, when I was a little tiny child. Level Transitional Reader 3. Annie, based on the original story by Thomas Meehan, adapted by Bonnie Bader, illustrated by Katie Cath. Annie was a little girl with curly red hair. She did not have a mother or a father. She lived with other girls who did not have parents. They were called orphans. Orphans. The orphans lived in a house with Miss Hannigan. Please have a look at the pictures. There's Annie with the red dress, and those little girls are the orphans. And I don't think one can see Miss Hannigan yet. I thought right. Miss Hannigan was very mean. She made the girls work hard. They had to scrub the floors. They had to clean and clean and clean. Here's a picture. Yes, Oreo? That's my cat, excuse me, please. There we are, picture of Miss Hannigan looking very, very angry there. And a laundry basket with clothes inside, and there's Annie there with, I think, a broom, and 2 of the orphans busy at work. Oh dear, what a shame. The orphans didn't seem very happy in the picture, did they? Annie did not like all the hard work. She missed her real parents. Annie had half a locket from her parents, and she had a note that said they would be back to get her soon. She was sure her real parents would come back to get her one day. But it had been 11 years, and Annie's parents had not come to get her. So she decided to go find them. There we are, there's Annie with the locket. And there's Annie again with the locket. There's the laundry basket. A bed in the dormitory of the orphanage. Just to say to you that I do have an Annie locket somewhere. However, it's probably inside my jewellery drawers, and I have 3 drawers and they're almost bursting with items, and I would not know to save my life where it is, and even if it's in those one of the drawers. So I am sorry not to show that to you on this occasion. So okay. One day a man came to pick up the laundry. Annie climbed inside the bag and hid. The man went outside. He put the bag in the back of his truck and drove away. Annie was free. Later, Annie climbed out of the bag and out of the truck. On the street, Annie found a dog. "Oh, poor boy," Annie said to the dog. "He didn't have a home either." There we are, darlings, pictures. Annie inside the laundry basket, partially anyway. And there we are, the lovely dog. Suddenly, a policeman came up to Annie. Annie knew that the policeman was after the animal. "Isn't that dog a stray?" he asked. "Oh no, he's my dog." I've just remembered to do Annie in an American accent. Annie said. "So what is his name?" the policeman asked. "His name is Sandy," Annie said. The policeman did not believe that the dog was really hers. "Let's see if he answers to his name." "Yes, darling." It's my cat, darling. Cats love to run around and make a noise when mummy's busy. "Let's see if he answers to his name," the policeman said. Annie was scared. "Sandy!" she called. There's pictures. There's the policeman. I think it says policeman. Bear with me, please. Yes, the policeman. And there's Annie. Oh dear, what's going to take place? I hope the dog shall remain with Annie. Oh dear. The dog came running. The policeman let Annie keep the dog. Annie now had a dog as a friend. "Hello, darling. Hello. Hello, darling. My poor cat. Yes, so lovely." But then Sandy ran away, and another policeman caught Annie. She was taken back to Miss Hannigan. Oh, dearie, dearie me, poor little Annie. Miss Hannigan was angry that Annie had run away. She yelled and yelled and yelled at Annie. But then she stopped. Someone was at the door. There's lovely pictures. Miss Hannigan looking very angry with Annie just here. And then there's the orphans watching them, I think. And Miss Hannigan again. Oh dear. Who's at the door? Going back a moment, this is my Annie dress and this is my Annie wig. I bought them online, and if you don't know this, where about 30 years ago when I was a child or a teenager, Annie was playing at the Victoria Palace Theatre in Victoria, London. And this is what Annie used to wear at the last part of the show with the wig. And also in the one of the films, if not, yes, in fact, I think both of the films, yes, I'm 90% sure that both of the films. And I'm really proud that I found a lady one that fits me and is age appropriate, so to speak. Okay, so I shall go on with the rest of the book. It was a woman named Grace. A rich man named Mr. Warbucks had sent her. He wanted an orphan to spend Christmas with him. And Grace picked Annie. Annie said goodbye to the other orphans. There we are, there's the superb pictures. Bye-bye, Annie. If I talk in between the pages, I don't think it really matters because it's all Annie. Grace took Annie to Mr. Warbucks' house. It was big and beautiful. Annie, what do you want to do first? Grace asked. The floors, Annie said. You won't have to do any work while cleaning while you're here, Grace said. I won't, Annie said. You're our guest, Grace said. Just to point out, I'm doing an American accent for Annie, and possibly one more than one more person in the show. Yet I'm not stereotyping because Annie has been playing in Japan, Israel, Spain, I think the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. So to be frank with you, there is no really correct, or each one is correct, each accent. And just to say that Annie started on Broadway. That's when the original Annie, Andrea McArdle, I think, played on the Broadway. There was it was Annie playing it in Connecticut before Andrea McArdle. However, the lady, in those days, the little girl who played Annie, was asked to leave, and Andrea McArdle took over the lady, the other little girl. And it was only when Andrea McArdle started playing Annie, that the musical really took off and succeeded. Very, very much so. Mr. Warbucks came home. Annie was happy to meet him. He told Grace to take Annie to the movies. Annie was sad. She wanted Mr. Warbucks to come too. I'm afraid that I will be far too busy tonight, he told Annie. But Annie would not take no for an answer. At last, Mr. Warbucks agreed to go. There you are. There's Annie, Mr. Warbucks, and Grace Farrell, I think, there. And little Annie in a beautiful blue coat and blue hat. So sweet. Did I do Annie with an American accent on this page? Goodness gracious me. And they all had a wonderful time. Soon, Annie and Mr. Warbucks were going everywhere together. Please have a look at this very happy picture of Annie, Grace Farrell and Mr. Warbucks. Look, please, at all those presents. And what beautiful scenery in the background with the buildings. Some people are so talented at visual art, don't you think so? Mr. Warbucks wanted Annie to live with him for good. He bought Annie a present. It's a silver locket, he said. I saw that old broken one you always wear. And I said to myself that I would get you a nice new locket. Mr. Warbucks tried to take off Annie's old locket. No, please don't make me take off my locket, Annie cried. She told Mr. Warbucks that the locket was from her parents, and she told him that they were coming back for her. I'll find your parents for you, Mr. Warbucks said. Oh, isn't it getting very emotional? There we are. There's Mr. Warbucks behind Annie, and Annie not wanting to have the new locket at that point. And here we are with Annie holding the box of the jewellery. And oh dear, oh dear. We'll see what takes place next, shall we? Mr. Warbucks and Annie went to the radio station. They said that Mr. Warbucks would pay a lot of money if Annie's parents were found. Back at Miss Hannigan's house, the orphans heard Annie on the radio. Miss Hannigan heard the news too. Oh my, what's going to take place? Just then, two people came into Miss Hannigan's house. "Are you the lady who runs this place?" the man asked. "Yes," Miss Hannigan said. We had to leave our baby here," the man said. "Our little girl Annie," the woman said. "You are Annie's parents?" Miss Hannigan asked. Just to say that I didn't do a very good man voice, but then it's the first time that I'm saying this out loud, so I'm out of practice. However, just to say that I don't think that I'm doing a very good job at this book. However, I shall continue. Then the man shouted, "I got you, sis!" It was Miss Hannigan's brother, Rooster, and his friend Lily. They had a plan to trick Mr. Warbucks. They wanted Mr. Warbucks to think that they were Annie's parents. Then they would get the money. They did not care what happened to Annie. There we are. The couple pretending to be Annie's parents, Miss Hannigan. And there we are. Them deciding, oh, there's some way we might be able to receive the money. Oh dear. A lot of people said they were Annie's parents, but they were all fakes. Grace told Annie that all the people wanted was the money. "You did your best," Annie said to Mr. Warbucks. "If you can't find them, nobody can." Mr. Warbucks knew he loved Annie. "Annie, I want to adopt you," Mr. Warbucks said. "If I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one in the world I'd rather have for a father than you," Annie said. Ah, Annie and Mr. Warbucks having a cuddle. Oh gosh, let's see what happens next, shall we? Mr. Warbucks had a big party on Christmas Eve. He was happy that he and Annie were together at last. Oh, Annie's wearing such a beautiful white dress. Oh, what a lovely party. Oh gosh. Even I'm excited. During the party, Rooster and Lily came in. They were dressed up as Annie's parents. They had a paper that said that Annie was their child, and they had the other half of Annie's locket. It was a perfect fit. Annie's parents were found. Rooster wanted to take Annie right away. "What about the money?" Mr. Warbucks asked. "Money?" Rooster said. "We don't have much, but we can give you some." There's the pictures of the events taking place. Or I might say the event, singular. Mr. Warbucks shook his head. He told Rooster and Lily that he was giving them money. Rooster and Lily said they didn't want the money, but they were lying. Can Annie stay here until the morning? Mr. Warbucks asked. Then you can come back to pick up Annie and the money. Rooster and Lily really wanted the money, but they said it was okay and they left. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? Mr. Warbucks wanted to get to the party. We just had the best news, he said. Annie has found her mother and father. But Annie was not happy. She ran upstairs. Oh dear. In the morning, Annie was ready to leave. She tried to put a smile on her face, yet she still was not happy. She did not want to leave Mr. Warbucks. Then Mr. Warbucks told her he had some news. Annie's parents had been found. She did not understand. Her parents were already found. Mr. Warbucks told Annie that the people who had come were fakes. Annie, your mother and father died a long time ago, he said. There's Annie, sitting on the suitcase ready to go. And there's Mr. Warbucks talking to Annie. And I think that's Grace Farrell there, if I'm not mistaken. Or one of the maids, I'm not sure. So I am an orphan after all, Annie said. Annie knew that her real parents had loved her, and she knew that if they were still alive, they would have come back. Now Mr. Warbucks could become Annie's father, but first they had to find out who the fake parents were. Mr. Warbucks found out the truth. Rooster and Lily had faked the papers, and Miss Hannigan had told them about the locket. They were all sent to jail. But what about the other orphans? Oh gosh, there we are. Very busy. Policeman, Miss Hannigan, Rooster and St. Regis Lily. And then there's, I think, Grace Farrell with Annie and Daddy Warbucks. But where were the other orphans? Mr. Warbucks said they could all live at his house. Annie was so happy. Oh, please look. Isn't that just super? What a lovely ending. Mr. Warbucks had one more surprise. Sandy! Home at last, the dog. Ah. I hope you enjoyed the story. Just to say to you that Annie, to me, is a musical which is full of hope. And I'm just going to sing you the song Tomorrow from Annie. The sun'll come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya tomorrow, you're always a day away. When I'm stuck with a day that's grey and lonely, stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Sorry to ruin part of the song. I need to charge my iPad in order to continue doing this vlog. So, hopefully it's charging. I shall just check. I think it is. Okay, so apart from that corpse at the end, I think I sang average. I know it was average. I used to sing professionally, if you didn't know. However, not now. Definitely not now. So I have some Annie possessions, which I'd like to show you. Merchandise possessions, whichever word you prefer, that I've accumulated over the years. So I'll begin with my Annie doll. There we are. There's my dress that I'm wearing now on the Annie doll, and the wig on the Annie doll, and the Annie little book beside Annie. I think that was when I went to see the show and I bought a programme. So that's one doll. And then I have doll number 2, Annie. Again, the lovely red and white dress. And here we have the black shoes, and the white socks. And Annie's ginger hair. I don't know which doll I find more Annie. I think maybe I don't know, each one. And here's a plate of Aileen Quinn, who played Annie in one of the Annie films, with Sandy the dog. I bought this plate online. I'm just going to pop it there. I don't want to break it. And then here's a picture of Daddy Warbucks on a plate. Again, I bought this online. The 2 plates I bought, oh my goodness gracious me, maybe 25 years ago. And ditto with this beautiful hoodie, which I've had, as I said, for quite a while. And excuse me, it's quite creased. I haven't worn it for about a year. So my Annie hoodie, all very trendy, aren't I? So I just remembered to show you, so I have to go back a bit on this one to explain to you. Certificate of authenticity. This is to certify that this plate, number M865, I think 4 it says, is an authentic original in the limited edition of Annie and Sandy. There we are, to do with the plate, I think. Yes, I'll just show you a bit more closely. And then I have Annie and Sandy, a first edition in fine china. There we are, at the back. Just nice wording that came with the doll. And the doll, I think, in the box. Because the ragdoll style Annie, I think I bought at the theatre where Annie was playing on about 3 years ago. So here is a CD. Now this is not a British Annie production. This is, I'm just looking to see what nationality these performers were. were. I can't see what nationality they were. So I'll just show you the picture. There's Miss Hannigan and Daddy Warbucks. And there. Sorry that I can't enlighten you more than that on that one. Sorry, I'll sit back a bit. I think you can see me better if I sit back a bit. And here is an Annie umbrella. Oh, Sandy. Some Annie white patent shoes. This pair of shoes I use to describe Annie because in the musical I'm saying the occasion that was about 35 years ago when I was very tiny, Annie wore white patent shoes just as the shoes I've just shown you during one of the president's scenes with President Roosevelt. So I thought that was quite nice to show you the shoes. Just to say that all of this, no, I'm not a porky pie. Some of this has been bought by my friend. And here is a black patent pair of shoes, which Annie wore almost identical shoes, if not identical, in the musical about 3 years ago when I went to see the show. And so I did buy these shoes. And then I have the original Annie, in America, when it was a new musical, when Annie was a new musical, and Andrea McArdle played Annie. I think there's a picture of Andrea McArdle at the back. Yes, that's correct. There's the then Sandy in Mr. Warbucks, and it seems like the orphans singing at the top, near the top. And here I have 4 badges which I bought, and this is about 2 weeks ago. I bought online Annie badges. We Love You, Miss Hannigan on 1. The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow on 2. It's a Hard Knock Life on 3. And You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile on 4. Again, I was searching in a very cautious manner and I was very fortunate. I'm just a little nervous that this is going to get cut off because it may run out of charge. So I'm just slightly nervous. I hope it doesn't, because I may have to do the whole caboodle again. And here I have Annie, the board game. There's a picture of Aileen Quinn with Sandy, the then Sandy. Aileen Quinn, I think I might have said already, but I'll say it again just in case I didn't, played Annie in one of the Annie films. I think it was the 1982 film. However, forgive me if I'm incorrect, please. And here, oh gosh, a CD, I think, isn't it? Or is it a DVD? I'm not sure. That I bought or had given to me about 20 years ago, I think. This is a different production of Annie, a film version. I think it's, yes, that's correct, the Disney version. Then I have Aileen Quinn in the film Annie, a different one to the one I showed you before, this one. I have a DVD, Little Orphan Annie, A Very Animated Christmas. There's Annie with the dog Sandy and Daddy Warbucks. This is just a Christmas type of tale, if you like. Annie Warbucks, which is actually what, it's a completely separate musical to Annie. It was played some time back, and I don't think it did as very well. However, I have the CDs. Isn't that stunning? I'm so pleased, or in this case, the CD. Yes, I think it's just the one CD. Or it might be two. But whatever, I have them. Or it. There was a little girl who played in Annie Warbucks. And the little girl's name was, hopefully is, Catherine Zaremba, I think. This is an American DVD, which I have a separate DVD player to my usual DVD player that I play with, that I use, I mean. This is called Life After Tomorrow. It's a DVD on subject of ladies who played the little girl orphans in the show, professional show, and talking of the experience they had and where they are now, and looking back at the time when they were in the show and saying that they needed more help when they came out of the show, because going from being in stardom to being back at school, etc., the little girls felt very unhappy on such a... or some of the little girls felt quite unhappy at the anticlimax. This is something which, again, I've bought. I found it online about 2 months ago. It's a magazine, you can see probably saying Annie. I hope you can see that it says Annie. There's Aileen Quinn with Doggy Sandy. And again, I searched like crazy online, and I was very lucky with this one because there were some versions that I think were about £50. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, please. This one was something to the effect of, I can't remember exactly, but nowhere near that. And here I have a Annie pendant. And here I have an Annie stamp. And here I have an Annie cushion. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. Oh, croaky voice. And here I have an Annie novel, which I've hardly read. I know the story, of course. With this obsession, I would have hoped so. I would hope so. This is the old type of music, which used to be called an LP. And this is the London cast of Annie. And this is when a little girl called Ainley played Annie. There's a picture of the little girl. And there's the then Sandy and the then Mr. Warbucks, who was called Stratford Johns, I think. And this is the same American one that I showed you in the CD form. I think that's all my Annie merchandise. Oh, tell a lie. My lovely Annie backpack. How could I forget? There we are. And last, but by no means least, I have my programmes from the show Annie, playing about 3 years ago in London. I think that's right, the Piccadilly Theatre. And I have information on each person who played in the show, each cast that played in the show. I have lovely information on subject of each little girl in the show, and it really is very informative. In fact, one day I had been on, going back a bit, sorry, I saw that particular production on about 13 occasions, and one day one of the ushers or usherettes said to me, "Hello, Annie," because I was like part of the furniture, not part of the furniture, sorry. I was like, well, hi friend. And so I felt quite chuffed. So, I hope you have been enjoying this vlog, and I shall take you out of your misery, and I shall bid you darling goodbye. And I hope that it's been fun, and I feel a little embarrassed because I've made a bit of a caboodle with this vlog, but forgive me please, and I shall hopefully see you soon, and please take care and please look after each other. Lots of love. Bye bye.